Welcome back to this Reading Mama podcast. Amy here with Becky. We're going to go through a Bible literacy survey that Becky sent out. When did you send it out?
That's a great question. I don't really remember. It might have been back in November. I sent one out, a Google form, and about 230 people responded. And so we're going to go through that Bible literacy survey today with the answers, the real answers. So our first question.
Okay.
The first murder in the Bible was committed by whom? Cable, Aim, Seth, or Adam? And who would you say?
You said Cable Aim.
Did I really?
That's
Cain,
funny.
Abel. Cain, Abel.
Yes.
Seth and Adam.
All right. Ready for the answer?
Drum roll.
Cain. Genesis 4:8.
Yes. And my husband tells dad jokes. Unfortunately, I don't love dad jokes, but one of the ones they tell with this one that helps me remember actually is, why did Cain kill Abel? Because he was able.
Oh.
So I can remember that one.
All right. Question 2. Name 2 of the 10 plagues of Egypt. Hail, fire, leprosy, death of the firstborn. And the answers are hail and death of the firstborn.
Yep.
Exodus 7 through 12. So the other answers that are on here are options, are some of what other people may have responded.
Yes. So when I got the Bible literacy answers back, some of the extra answers that aren't the answer were answers people put as what they thought was the real answer.
Mm-hmm.
Is that any more confusing how I just said that?
No, it's good.
Okay, what was the name of the man that God gave Satan permission to afflict but not kill? Adam, see if I can say these correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Adam, Job, Legion, or Jesus? And the answer is Job. And that's found in Job chapter 1 and chapter 2.
Mm-hmm. Question 4. Complete this verse. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of what? Options: love, life, faith, or wisdom. The answer is wisdom or knowledge.
Yes.
You can find that in Proverbs 1:7.
And I think it's in more of Proverbs as well. That's the one, that's just one of the places we found it. We're going pretty fast. Number 5, name one of the major Old Testament prophets. We're talking books of the Bible. We have Jonah, Peter, Isaiah, or David. And again, these were answers people gave. The answer is Isaiah, and some of the other Old Testament prophets that were major prophets would be Jeremiah, Ezekiel, and Daniel. And do you know why we call them major Old Testament prophets?
Well, off the top of my head, I would say because they have the longest books.
Yes, that's what I would say too.
Okay.
I hope there's not another answer we don't know about, but there might be.
There could be. It could be based on the time in which they were prophesying. Okay. Question 6. What was the name of the Babylonian king that had Solomon's temple destroyed? So Solomon's temple being the first temple. And that would be Nebuchadnezzar, Herod, Xerxes, or Cyrus. And the answer is King Nebuchadnezzar.
We should sing the answers.
You'll find that in 2 Kings 25:9, 2 Chronicles 36, Jeremiah 39.
Yes. These are other kings in the Bible too.
Mm-hmm.
They were great guesses, but they weren't the right guess.
Yeah, who's King Xerxes?
I think he's the one that was the Persian king during the time of Esther. Because I think Artaxerxes, he was the king during Nehemiah.
Oh, okay.
Their names are very familiar or very similar, but I think, and then you know who Cyrus is.
I know who Cyrus is. Cyrus was actually prophesied about in Isaiah.
Yes.
Before he ever came to be king. I don't remember how many years before.
A lot.
Yeah. But Cyrus was king of Persia, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I think Xerxes was also, let's see, he also had the name, and I can't pronounce it. How would you say that? Ahasuerus?
Ahasuerus.
Yes, that's how you say it. Yes, he was during the time of Esther, Xerxes was.
And King Herod was the one that the 3 wise men visited?
But there were different ones. There was Herod the Great, Herod Antipas. There were different Herods in the New Testament.
All right. Next question.
What town was Jesus born in? And a lot of people got this one right, which I was proud of them. But here are there are other answers mixed in here. Galilee, Nazareth, Bethlehem, or Jerusalem?
The answer is
Bethlehem. This was prophesied in Micah 5:2. We see in the Christmas story in Luke 2:4-7 how it was told that it was prophesied from Micah 2. The interesting thing, I think that's really cool, that I had fun teaching the kids this summer with our VBS, was that during this time of Jesus' birth, there were 2 Bethlehems. And Micah 5:2 actually says it will be Bethlehem Ephrathah. That might not be how you say it, but that's what the Blue Letter Bible told me how you said it. There's 2 pronunciations, and that's the one I like better. But there were 2 Bethlehems, and Micah got it right. He nailed exactly which Bethlehem Jesus would be born in.
as if God had told him.
Right.
Okay, next question. Name 2 of Jesus' miracles. Options are feeding 2,000, walking on quicksand, healing a blind man, or feeding 5,000.
To be fair, one of these was not an answer people gave. It's an answer that my 13-year-old and I just figured out together. Can you figure out which one it is?
I had never heard that Jesus walked on quicksand, so I'm going to guess that one is not one of the miracles. And when you throw a wrong answer out there, like feeding 2,000, it makes me go, oh, what was the number again? But no, the answers are healing a blind man and feeding 5,000. Those are in Mark 10:46-52, Mark 6:30-44.
Among other places. Who did Jesus say is the father of those that do not love him? Is the father lies, God in heaven, Satan, or the world? And these were pulled directly from answers people gave. The answer is Satan, or we could say the deceiver. So John 8:42-44. And you were saying that...
Yeah, it says that your father is Satan. He is the father of lies. So it would make sense that someone would say, it's the father of lies. He is also, Satan is the prince
of the world.
Yeah. So it would make sense that someone would say that as well.
Yeah.
But certainly not God in heaven.
No.
Your God in heaven, Jesus is God.
That's right.
Question 10. Is this the last one?
We have 2 bonus questions that are not on the survey we sent out.
All right. What was the name of the Pharisee who went to see Jesus in secret at night?
You sounded very secretive when you said that.
You have Joseph, Zacchaeus, Pontius Pilate, or Nicodemus. And the answer is Nicodemus. That's right. John 3:1-2. And you wanted to mention where else you see Nicodemus.
Oh, yeah. In the book of John, you see him again in John chapter 7. It's in verses 50-51. It's as if he's defending Jesus. And then you see him again in John chapter 20 with Joseph of Arimathea. I said that right. John 20, chapter 39, where they're taking Jesus' body from the cross and they have the spices and they're going to put him in the tomb. So it's pretty fascinating. We do see him again. Okay, 2 bonus questions. We thought we would add some challenge questions to the mix. Is this mine or yours?
Yours.
Okay. What was the name of Abraham's second wife after Sarah died? We have Zipporah, Keturah. They probably would roll over in their graves if they knew I was saying their names wrong. Deborah or Eve. And of course, these are answers that we came up with. These were not sent out on the survey. And the answer is Keturah. And that is found in Genesis 25, verse 1.
Yes, and I did not know the answer to this question. Zipporah was Moses' wife?
Yes.
In Midian, right?
Yes.
That was
Jethro's daughter.
Jethro's daughter. And then Deborah was, of course, Jewish. She was the one who, where do you see her?
She was one of the judges, I think.
One of the judges. It was, oh my gosh, the names are escaping me. The one who asked for God to give him all the proof.
Gideon.
Gideon, yes. She was the judge during Gideon's time.
I don't know if she was during. She might have been after or before, but I don't know that she was at the same time. But it was during the time of the judges.
There you go.
There you go.
And then if you don't know who Eve was, she was Adam's wife.
And we have that Genesis reading plan you can use to help you remember.
That's right. Okay, second challenge question. And the last question is, how many recorded words do we have of Joseph, the husband of Mary? So this was actually a question that I got in Bible study one morning. Like, how many times did Joseph actually say something? And everybody was guessing. It was at least 3 times, or maybe it was just once. But actually, recorded words of Joseph are 0, 3, 5, or 7. The answer, 0 words. And because Joseph is talked about in Matthew and Luke, you can find in Matthew and Luke when it's talking about Joseph that he actually doesn't say anything at all.
Yep, no recorded words. Fascinating.
So we want to remind you that if you're a Podcast Plus member, you have access to the Bible reading plans. We have one for January and February as of right now. You have the guided notes to follow along in the podcast. You have any printables that have been created. And then the newest printable is the Bible literacy survey that was sent out, that if you would like to share that with others, this is a great resource just to kind of gauge where you are in understanding key characters or events that happened in the Bible.
And those 2 challenge questions. So let's be determined as Ezra to read, do, and tell the word of the Lord.
Amen.